happens with everyone. It happened to me as well. I just came out of my college. I was not sure what to do with my life because I had big dreams and aspirations, and I did not want to work under anyone. And all these talks of recession were abound. Those were the days when there was a panic in the market, and Lehman Brothers had just collapsed. So once it happened, Mr. C.K. Prahlad had come to Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad. I was working as a research analyst in IMA then. So after the talk, I went near him and first congratulated him for having written such a wonderful book in The Fortune at the Bottom of the Pyramid, because it completely changed the very perception about the 4 billion poor people all around the world. And he mentioned that the bottom of the pyramid is not a problem, but it's kind of it's a engine for the next level of super innovation. So I asked him this question. uh, I'm not sure about my life. Should I just go and get a job because you do need money in this world? And I also want to create a difference to this world. And how can I take the best step at this stage? Because there are talks of recession, people are scaring every person you meet. May not be an economist, but every second person you meet those days talked about recession, recession. There was a complete panic, and the movie Pursuit of Happiness had just released. I remember there was a different kind of hysteria, negative hysteria about recession, and and I just asked him, "What do you think in my place? What would you have done these days?" So he asked me one very important question, which I never forgot. So he asked me, do you want to start something of your own just because you do not like working in corporate? You are scared of facing the workplace, and it's a new culture, a different type of environment. You do not want to work under a boss, you said. Is this the only reason you want to do a startup? Or this is something that is coming out straight from your heart? You want to create a difference to the life of common people. You have to decide what is the main reason you want to do a startup. And I said very honestly, I'm not sure, because I want to do a startup to do big things, but there's also this fear factor because I do not want to face the workplace. I do not want to go through with all those complexities, and I just want to escape. So and those were the days when Facebook had just arrived. We had just started ditching Orkut for Facebook, and Mark Zuckerberg's story used to be very impressive. At the age of 24, 25, he became a CEO of Facebook. So we like people like us who had just passed out of our college, we also wanted to do something very big like that. So he said, if your thought about creating a startup or taking a plunge into the entrepreneurship journey is only and only coming out from a deep passion and lifelong, hunger to live and die for one particular business cause, only then entrepreneurship, going for a startup is for you, because the journey will be very, very tough. It will demand a complete dedication and involvement from your side. In one way, you can see that it's a matter of life and death for you each passing day. Startup is only for those people who have a passion in them to create a difference in the lives of common people of the world. Do not corrupt this noble idea by saying that you are taking an escape route from the corporate workplace. So I said, sir, I'm very young. I do not know, but I told you very honestly that I have both the things in my mind. One day I want to start. I don't know what to do, but I do need money. I do not come from a very rich background family. So he said, do one thing, go get a job, work for 2 3 years, minimum 2 to 3 years you work there, and work with wholehearted passion. Because if your other friends are working for, say, working 60%, you will have to work 90%, and you will have to work extra because their future is not your future, and they will be happy working in the different corporate workplaces for 20 years. But you said you want to do start something of your own. So go get a good job for 2 to 3 years, and then once you get the hands on of the different platforms, then you go for your startup. So this was all the advice that any person needs who finds themselves, at the crossroads, the same crossroads where I found myself, and during those times of recession. So these are the days when again there are talks of recession. So in between then that recession and now, the world has changed completely upside down, 360-degree change. A lot of things has happened, and the so the point is, what I understand from my little bit of experience and those big talks that the great person gave me. Uh, Even if you want to do a startup, it's always wise. It's always wise to work in some company for minimum 2 to 3 years, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. There is no harm. There is no shame. Once you learn how to become a good listener, you will become a better speaker. In order to become a good master, first you have to learn to obey well. If you are a good servant, you can become a good master. This is my feeling. So uh, just go ahead. If you are at that stage of life when you are just passed out from college, you too, like just like me, you are scared. I'm telling you, there is nothing to get scared. These days the workplaces are far more millennial friendly. There is nothing to get scared. In our days it used to be very, very complicated, a lot of rules and restrictions and code of conduct, but these days it's pretty relaxed. And if you work for 3 to 4 years in the start, it will give you a basic hands-on what are the things, the sales, marketing, project management, client servicing, how these teams interact with each other, what kind of coupling and cohesion goes on around the table, and you will also start understanding the funding aspect, how incubation happens, how a company grows basically. So to watch that transformation from a seed to the tree, or even if you join a big company, even then you can learn from the way they go on expanding their verticals. So yeah, for example, I saw IBM's complete transformation of the structural line in my own through my own eyes, because when I joined, it was a core technical software company, and now those were the times they were moving towards data. So and today, I mean, they have changed their vertical. So the point is, it's always good and wise to work somewhere before starting your own business, and don't get scared working for some others. If you can deliver big for others, you will be able to face yourself in the mirror, and tomorrow you will be able to command the same kind of hard work from your employees in your startup, because you have done the same for somebody else. So go ahead, join a good job. If you are not sure, if you are not belonging to any very rich family, I would say it has nothing to do with your financial background. Even if you belong to a very rich family, even then you should work. You should work and get a basic hands on for at least 2 years, and then you should start your own business.